that no special La Casa del Habano or Habano Specialty Shop releases have been reported yet for 2014. The San Cristobal jar was created as a 2012 release, but it wasn't seen until 2013. It's possible that there won't be another Habano Specialty release until 2015, but you never know. Now, one of the biggest releases to look at is by Hoyo de Monterrey, but it's kind of an offshoot brand, and I'm wondering exactly what this is and how it works. Now they're making the Le Hoyo de San Juan. Nowhere does it say Hoyo de Monterrey, it just says Hoyo de San Juan, but is listed as a confirmed release under Hoyo de Monterrey. Maybe more on that in our next broadcast. A quick warning to collectors and smokers alike out there, Monte Cristo cigars being released now are now using new bands with gold foil embossing on the fleur-de-lis and the side trellises and artwork on the bands. You can see this now on the newer releases such as the Double Edmundo and Pt.2. So do not be surprised if you see a box of Monte Cristo with gold fleur-de-lis staring back at you like the non-Cuban version. Partagas, we have a confirmed release in the Serie D family, the D6, yet a smaller cigar. It is a 50 ring gauge by 3.5 inches. If they get any smaller, what are you going to make? A 60 ring gauge by 1.5 inches? I mean, Jesus Christ, every cigar that comes out is shorter than the next. Now, I've heard of Petite Robustos before, but this is a little ridiculous. 3.5 inches at a 50 ring gauge? That's like the last third of my cigar here. Anyway, Por Larrañaga has a proposed release, the Picadores, which is a Corona Extra, or the Hermoso No. 4, a 48 by 5.0 inch cigar. Now, the Hermoso No. 4 is a little confusing to people because it's labeled on the American side as a Coronas Extra, so right away one thinks, oh, another small cigar. Not true. The Hermoso No. 4, as we just saw by size, is much closer to the classic Robusto size, 5 inches or 4.9 inches by 50 ring gauge, than it is to the classic Corona size. So Por Larrañaga will finally be getting a cigar that is almost a Robusto. A few more quick cigars. Quinteros is actually getting a new cigar, the Petite Cazadores, 43 by 4.1 inches. It's confirmed, but will it be short filler like the rest of them, or are they finally going to go into long filler territory? You never know. Personally, I don't think so. But as a smoker, if I was working for Habanos SA, I would say, hey look, there's only 27 brands. People always love new cigars. If all of a sudden we have short filler, nothing but short filler in our line of Quinteros, and we come out with a small long filler cigar and see how it sells. See if people catch us, say finally another new brand I can smoke. It's a real, long filler, Torlimante in mano fucking cigar. So we shall see if they do that. I think it would be wise. I would certainly like a box. Romeo and Juliet is coming out with the Cedros Deluxe. It is a Gorditos or Robusto Extra, 50 by 5.6 inches. Now, here's a question. This release is proposed, by the way, but they're just calling it the Cedros Deluxe. We already have a Cedros Deluxe number 1, number 2, number 3. Is this going to be number 4? Or is it just going to be Cedros Deluxe? Don't know. Or is it going to be at all? Who knows? But if it is, it's going to be a long-ass Robusto. 50 ring gauge by 5.6 inches. Finally, Trinidad is coming out with the Vigia, another Petite Robusto, 54 by 4.3 inches, and it is a confirmed release. What is up with all these fucking Petite Robustos, man? What does one have to do around here to get a good-sized cigar? Oh yeah, buy a Grand Reserva. On our final note, Vegueros is making a comeback, the 27th Cuban brand that was abruptly cut off at the neck in 2000, comprised of up to 4 vitolas up until 2010, when 2 of them were removed, the Especiales number 1 and number 2. The brand continued to sell its remaining vitolas in cardboard packs of 5 until they were finally all discontinued in 2012. Now the brand has been completely revamped, all new packaging, and is comprised of 3 vitolas that will all be sold in tins of 16 cigars each. I think that's pretty cool. Very different. By the way, they are all long filler, handmade, beautiful. One final note, however, Vegueros was a fairly full-bodied cigar before it was discontinued. The blend has been adjusted, and the new Vegueros will be a medium-bodied blend. Just what we need. And that about brings this episode of Dr. Joe's Cigar World News to a close. We will be coming out with another edition shortly to cover cigars on the non-Cuban side of things, and then release these quarterly and more often if necessary, if need be. But before we close, one last brief bit of news. Aged Habanos online for sale through vendors is at an all-time low. Most sites do not have an aged Habanos section, and even those that do don't have much, except for a bunch of crap from 2000. That being said, a longtime collector in Australia, who will remain anonymous on this show, is going into retirement and putting up for sale a massive inventory of aged Habanos collected over the years. This inventory includes many rare cigars that haven't been seen online for a long time, including Dunhills, Davidoffs, and the like. The Dr. Joe Show has unwittingly formed over the last couple of months what we like to refer to as an international cigar squad. And I would like to give special thanks right now to our viewer Nick Russell, our global surveillance and acquisition man, for bringing us to light on this recent sellout of aged Habanos. I wouldn't be surprised if in the very short future we all of a sudden see a bunch of very rare, very expensive cigars for sale online on some of these vendor sites. They will probably acquire a big portion of this collection from the individual and then offer them up for sale. However, the individual is not only selling to vendors, and Nick was able to, as being the global surveillance and acquisition man, acquire for us a very rare box of La Gloria Cubana. That being said, how do you become part of the Dr. Joe Global Cigar Task Force? Well, do something. I don't know. Stop just sitting there and watching and never leaving a comment. That, for starters. Oh yes, and one last special thanks to who we know as Mike 8, simply Mike 8, codename Mike 8, our inside man at Casa Fuente in Las Vegas, who brings us a steady supply of extremely rare, hard to get, highly sought after, non-Cuban cigars. So he is our, well, domestic or national guy. Anyway, great to have all you on board. I think with the help of people like this, the show will take leaps and bounds from where it stands currently. That's what I'm looking for. At this very moment, I have just checked, we are at 777 subscribers and growing every day, and that is about it. Let's wrap it up Dr. Joe style. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you're out there, I hope this news has helped bring to light something you've been waiting for personally as a collector or smoker. If you have any questions or comments, please just email me or leave them on the discussion forum or anywhere on any video. I will pick it up, I will see it, and I will answer you eventually. Emails get answered a little more quickly these days, I gotta be honest, because it's easier for me to answer emails with my phone than it is YouTube comments. So whatever it may be. Cuban cigar, non-Cuban cigar, authenticity issues, humidor issues, how to store cigars, how to age cigars, any question you may have, send it to us and we'll answer it the best we can and air it for you on one of those episodes to come in the very near future. That's it. Everybody out there, have a wonderful night. 777 subscribers and growing. Beautiful number, beautiful night. I think I'm gonna go outside and smoke another cigar. Hell, I'm Dr. Joe. What the fuck else would I do? Keep on smoking. Say goodnight, Max.